Organ hits new career best as Hampshire take charge. Felix Organ batted through the entirety of day one to finish unbeaten on 93 as Hampshire took advantage of conditions and added 203 for the loss of just 2 wickets. Gloucestershire needed to find some joy with the ball, and fast, if they were to claw back the lost ground. While the ferocity of the heat had subsided at the start of day 2, the assault from the Hampshire batters stepped up a gear, James Vince with an early 6 to get the day started. Organ kept his shot on the deck, Shaw flicked around the corner for 4, and the Hampshire opener had moved to 100 off 226 balls and ensured the third wicket partnership was worth 50 runs. But bad light soon became bad weather and they were taken off. An early lunch with the score 235 for 2. Organ continued to push on, his score now a new career best, as Hampshire piled them on with their hosts struggling for opportunities once again. He had his captain at the other end, Vince, in fine form, 250 on the board with a trademark drive to the bowling of Tom Price. Organ would go for 118, fiddling at one from Chappell, caught behind, but he'd done his job. Hampshire in a great position now. One that gave Liam Dawson the freedom to hit out at the host's attack. Chappell whipped over the leg side for 6 to set Hampshire on their way towards 300. He fell for 18 off 30, pulling Shaw straight to Graham Van Buren with the hosts up to 293. But Vince couldn't be stopped. He rocked onto the back foot to Shaw, pulled him to the fences, and his 7th 4 moved him to 50 from 103 balls. Ben Brown saw an edge streak away, well out of reach of the solitary slip fielder. 4 added, 300 on the board now. They moved the score up to 337, the 5th wicket pair adding 44 off 70 balls, when Zafar Gahar was handed an easy chance by Ben Brown, who walked off, disgusted with himself. A Nyrin Donald moved them beyond 350, but the gloom returned and they were forced off for bad light. An early tee taken, with the score 353 for 5. Vince and Donald pushed the score towards 400 on their return to the middle, but the number 7 fell with the score on 379, caught behind off Shaw for 29. With Hampshire 15 away from 400 runs, the spectre of rain reared its ugly head and they were forced off for the 3rd time, but the spell off the field was brief and Barker was in belligerent mood early. Boundaries helped his side race towards the landmark, which he brought up with a single. He refused to let up. Chappell pumped for 6. Hampshire having a bit of fun now, until the light deteriorated with the score on 422 for 6. The delay wasn't long and Barker was back at it, smashing a huge 6 off Price to bring up a 50 partnership off just 44 balls. Barker was racing towards his 50 and got there from just 37 deliveries. Another wonderful knock from the Hampshire man. But Vince couldn't reach his own landmark total, bowled through the gate by a real beauty from Tom Price. And Barker wouldn't add to his half-century. Fuller took them past 450 with a bit of luck, but Higgins would strike to remove Abbott, caught down the leg side by a diving James Bracey for 1. Fuller would be the last man to go, bowled by Price for 10. Hampshire all out for 457, an imposing total for anyone, let alone winless Gloucestershire. The long innings of Organ for his new career best had set the tone, and Hampshire took full advantage, a commanding first innings return theirs, with great knocks from Vince, Holland and Barker down the order. It wasn't the best of starts for Gloucestershire either. Chris Dent LBW to Mohamed Abbas for a duck in just the 2nd over. Harris was soon following, he too trapped in front, this time to the spin of Liam Dawson for a return of 10. Miles Hammond and Ollie Price avoided any further damage before the close. The day brought to an end with the score 43 for 2, and the hosts still 414 behind, with 8 wickets in hand. Hampshire are certainly favourites. They may even think they've done enough with the bat already to win the match. But while Gloucestershire have yet to chalk up a win this season, they've put in plenty of brave and defiant performances. Another is required on day 3.